Wagwan everybody, welcome back to Tamara Recipes. In today's video, I am going to be making some flavorful Jamaican saltfish fritters in my kitchen. So I hope you'll enjoy the video. If you do, please to subscribe, please to share and like the video, of course. Let's get right into it. So for the saltfish, you have two options. You can either boil the saltfish or you can soak it overnight. Alright, so for this recipe, I did soak my saltfish, but I'm showing you how you can boil it as well. So you boil it twice, and each time you remove the water. Alright, after you remove the water twice, you want to soak it again just to remove the excess salt. Alright, because you can't boil out salt, you have to soak it out. Or you can go ahead and add your saltfish in some cold water, cover it and let it soak overnight. That way the excess salt will be removed and the saltfish flesh will become softer, where you can just easily remove it. Alright, so I did the soak method. So I soak it overnight and I break it into some small pieces. I didn't use all of the saltfish, guys, that I showed earlier. Yeah, so I break it in the size that I choose. I didn't break it too small because I love when I bite into my saltfish. Every piece of the fritter have some saltfish. Alright, I also have some chopped scallion, Scotch Bonnet Pepper, onion. Alright, so you can use any other fresh seasoning of your choice. These are mine, and you can add as much pepper as you like. Alright, so I don't want it to be spicy for my daughter, so I just use a small piece. So I have 2 cups of flour in the bowl. Now I'm using plain flour. I have black pepper, salt, and garlic powder. Now the garlic powder do enhances the flavor of your fritters, but if you don't want to add the garlic powder, then just go ahead and use the dry seasoning of your choice. Alright, so at this point I like to coat my saltfish and my seasoning into the flour mixture. In case there's any bone or anything, you'll see it pushing out through the flour mixture. So that's why I always coat my saltfish in the flour. Alright, now I'm not making a whole lot of fritters, but you could always double or triple the recipe. This amount of saltfish is just perfect for me because I break mine into some big pieces, so like every bite of the fritters, you taste the saltfish, because that's how I like it. So I normally break my saltfish into some big pieces. Alright, so you can always do it to your preference. Now I'm gonna add some water. Now I like to gradually add the water, so that my butter does not become too thin. The thinner the butter, the more oil it will take to fry your fritters. Alright, so I'd like mine to have not too thick and not too runny butter. But after I'm finished mixing, I'll show you the consistency that your butter should have. Now gradually add some water and you want to mix. Alright, but when it does have enough water, it's gonna take a longer time to mix. Now because this is a tutorial and I want everybody to get it step by step, so I'm doing it this way. But I could just add enough water and just mix. That's just me, but I want you guys to understand what to do if you're a beginner cook. Yes, so I'm finished mixing and this is the consistency that you want it to have. It shouldn't be too thick and it shouldn't be too runny. Alright, so we're gonna add some vegetable oil into our frying pot. Alright, so I like to add not too thick butter. Like I don't want my fritters to be too thick, so I don't add too much butter on the spoon. But bear in mind that you could always make it as thick or as take out the amount of butter to the size fritters that you want. Alright, so when the oil becomes hot, you want to add your your butter into the oil. You don't want the oil to be too hot, whereas you add the fritters it burns it, but you want it to be hot enough so that you don't put your fritters in the cold oil. Alright, so as you add your butter into the oil, it should start frying. So you can add as much or as little butter as you like. I don't like to crowd the pot too much, so I'm not gonna add more than like 6 into the pot at once to fry. But my pot is big enough. But what if you have a smaller pot? Then you want to be mindful of the amount, the number of butter or number of spoon that you'd use to drop. Alright, now I like to separate my fritters so that when they fry they will not stick together. And of course, I did not mention, but making fritters you need to add enough oil into the pot. Not to say you're going to deep fry the fritters, but at the same time it needs enough oil to fry them. Alright, because if you don't add enough oil, it's gonna absorb, it's gonna suck the oil then. So before it don't fry, suck all of the oil and then you have to go add more. So when one side becomes golden brown, you want to turn it to the other side and you want to allow the other side to fry. Now I'm frying on like a medium high flame. I don't want it to be too high because I don't want them to burn and I don't want them to fry too fast. Alright, so just keep that in mind. So when both sides finish frying, you want to remove it, and I'm gonna place mine on a plate, but you could go ahead and place yours on like paper towel. Alright, but I don't like to use a paper towel because I don't want my fritters to be saggy. Yes guys, so you can do it to the way that you like it, of course.